make violent revolution inevitable.
Yes,
You
exactly.
see? Because I keep on repeating these things in my mind and even in my books. Deprive a man of food and he will beg for food. Deprive a man of justice and he will join a revolution. That's a fact of life.
Yeah.
He should have realized that. And besides, President Pinoy should have looked at the presidents. He should remember very well that his father was already convicted by a duly constituted court.
And yet allowed.
But Marcos allowed him to seek medical treatment.
For his, I think, heart bypass.
Yes,
in
the United States of
Yes.
America.
And it was Chief Justice Rene Corona issued a very really poignant statement the other day, and it was in effect addressed to officials of this administration. He said that power is temporary.
That's true.
But one day even you guys in power might need protection from might need your rights, these very constitutional rights protected, and that's what we are fighting for now. Not so much whether you're pro Aquino, pro Arroyo, or anti whatever. It's the protection of our rights.
Yeah, we go beyond that.
Yes.
In this particular problem, it's beyond being pro Gloria or pro Pinoy. They should take into consideration, Corona is correct there, that nobody stays in power forever.
Yes, and someday maybe when the wheel goes around, then
yes.
you same people who are now in a hurry to seem to be in a hurry to throw Gloria Arroyo in jail might need the protection of the Supreme Court and the Constitution.
That's true. I remember very well, buddy, our old congressman and brilliant,
yes.
brilliant lawyer also. He said, I was a young kid when we were roommates in our house, and he said, Bon, in life, when you are going up on the stairway of life, see to it that you see the faces of those who are going down. Because when it's your turn to go down, the faces that you see going down now may be the same faces going up.
Exactly.
It's like that.
Exactly.
That's the law of life. When we were debating before on the floor of the parliament, and Speaker Iniges was telling me, Bono, did you finish from the UP College of Law? We will never be here. You will never be able to remove Marcos. It's impossible to remove us. So I countered back. Mano Kanong, you graduated 30 years ahead of me from the University of the Philippines. The laws that you know then no longer operate now because impossible, never and always, no longer exist in the political dictionary. And I was correct.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes. And this is something I want to impart to, there's been understandably also a huge clamor to bring Ms. Arroyo to justice for the alleged crimes that she committed. And some people, are quite impassioned about this and, put her in jail or under all costs. But something I want to really impart to viewers is that what if you are now on the other side of the fence? What if it's your rights now being trampled upon by the executive branch? Then, if you say that for Ms. Arroyo, then these should be all just throwing the baby out with the bathwater. What will happen when it's your turn to be held under the coals and you need to seek redress, you need to seek remedy, and to seek protection from the Constitution? What then?
Review of the past, buddy, points out that one of the biggest electoral sabotage happened during the time of Cory Aquino. And I think the president should know about that because in the first senatorial elections in 1987, the true results, really, according to the papers in the COMELEC, is 12-12. And the Aquino administration ended up proclaiming 22 of theirs as against Enrile and Estrada. So they should not be talking about electoral sabotage because it's not, if true that this administration committed it, it was committed as early as during the time of President Aquino, though at that particular time, the provision on electoral sabotage was not yet there.
Yes.
But the nature of the violation and the quality of the violation happened then.
Yes, sir.
And so on down the line in succeeding administrations.
And another reason why the administration is running after the Arroyos is purportedly for their what they did in office, the plunder they committed. And I mean, personally, I feel that if they did something, then they should really answer for it, and they will have their day in court. But while they're at it, why not run after the Marcoses as well?
No, my point is this. There is no administration that's not guilty of robbery. Robbery. And this administration is no exception.
But see, sir, I mean, if they're really serious about that, why not run after the Marcoses? Not a single member of that family has spent even one day in
Run
jail.
after the people also with Corazon Aquino who
All of
committed
them,
serious
yes,
crimes against the
yes.
country.
I mean, why
People
single
during-
out one group of people?
Yes, people during the time of Ramos, people during the time of Erap, people who are here and now. Yeah.
Speaking about electoral sabotage, I mean, there are cases filed about the past polls just last year.
Yes, of
about the
course.
violations of the automated election
Yeah,
law.
2010. We have
Yes.
a case pending with the Supreme Court.
You have a case pending,
Pending with the Supreme Court. And I think this will be wrapped up with the filing of our comment
Yes.
on the comments of Nograles and Enrile. The Supreme Court has required us to file a comment. And maybe after that, this will be wrapped up. I hope the Supreme Court decides this case in the earliest opportunity so that there will be a final determination
Yes.
with respect to the elections of 2010. Because it's our viewpoint in our petition that there was a failure of election. And if
Yes.
there is a failure of election, it means that nobody was elected de jure in the last 2010 election.
That's a scary prospect.
That's a scary prospect. Right?
Attorney Daza, you're quite pessimistic in the first part of this program. Going forward, we still have about maybe 4.5 years to go, or of this administration. How would you? I mean, are you still not too? I mean, going forward, do you think there's still hope that it
I'm
can change?
even
And
very, very pessimistic. No? If the president is really serious, first he should change so many people surrounding him. Because there are quite a number of them who are incompetent, and there are quite a number among them who are crooks.
Yeah.
Crooks, okay. And in so changing them, maybe reorient the new group on what are really the policy directions. What does this government really want?
they have to have
You
a
know, they keep
vision
on-
and mission.
No,
yes.
they keep on talking about foreign investments. What about the millions of poor who are wallowing in poverty? No, I was reminded what Vice President Plies used to tell me in what happened the Bandung Conference in 1955 when he was told by Subandrio, the foreign minister of Indonesia. He said, "You know, Manny, your country and mine have really democracy. The democracy in poverty." That's what we have got here. It's a democracy in poverty among the millions of poor and the middle class.
Yes, sir. Attorney Daza, would you like to say some parting words to our viewers before we end the show?
My parting words is our people should wake up to what is happening. The system is really rotten. Irrespective of who is president, the system will not change. Why? Because the people who are creating and promoting the system are interested in continuing with the system. The system has got to change. Our problem is systemic. If we continue with this process, elections, you win an election, but you can lose the proclamation because the COMELEC is rotten. So, what happens? The ones who support presidential candidates, senators and congressional candidates and governors and mayors are the people who control their moves later because they want to regain their investments.
Yes, sir.
So people should start waking up, and I hope that they listen to programs like this,
Yes, and I
because
hope-
you do not hear this kind of programs in mainstream media, but
No,
you
and-
don't hear it.
And I hope the leadership of this country also.
I hope
sits
he
up and
does.
listens, because it's not too late. I mean, I would like to be optimistic. Not too late. We still have about 4.5 years to go, and 4.5, right? About
Yeah,
4.5
You
to
know,
go, and it's not too late. I think.
in the review of F. Sionel Jose of this book, Beginning, Hope, and Change, Sionel Jose said in his last statement, President Pinoy, please read this book. Because according to him, it's a manual. Beginning, Hope, and Change is a manual for leadership.
Well, Attorney Daza, I hope you send all your books to Malacanang, and hopefully he and his close-in advisors will all read your books and possibly learn from your experience and to avoid mistakes committed in the past and really work hard to bring this country forward
Maybe
for all our sakes.
they'll enjoy reading